In the course of a week, we've had two small African nations standing up to the giant USA. America is very big, and you have these two small African nations that are saying no. That is comes in the likes of Burkina Faso and Mali. So Burkina Faso, Ibrahim Traore refused, as you've all heard, he refused to take deportees from the US, rightfully so. You know, a few weeks ago, I was praising Ghana for taking West Africans, but on hindsight, with certain things that I've seen in the news articles about how some deportees have ended up in Togo, if Ghana they didn't have the bandwidth to receive deportees and give them humane treatment, they shouldn't have done it in the first place. But that's besides the point, right? Captain Ibrahim Traore is continuing to make us proud and standing tall for Africans. And so is Mali. And as we all know, they are part of the AES Sahel region. My question is, so Mali, US put a visa restriction on Malians, and Mali retaliated that, okay, for US citizens to come to the Mali, you have to pay a bond of $10,000. This might look like a small feat. This is like an ant fighting an elephant. But the ant is saying that I know I'm an ant and I'm standing firm in my decision. But my question is, AU, what is the AU doing? That's the part that bothers me. Now that we have technology, we have Zoom, we have a WhatsApp group. What is so hard about these leaders coming together to make one decision for Africa? Are we receiving deportees or are we not receiving deportees? I mean, these puppets is just disgusting. Let me be very honest with you. Do we not have leaders? What's going on here? With all these countries, all they know is Louboutin and private jets. Those are the things that they like. What's wrong with us as Africans? Why can't the AU come to what would it look like if the AU came together and they made one decision for Africa? How hard is that? If a group of Europeans sat down in Berlin conference, just a small group of them, and divided the continent, they didn't care. They divided two tribes. They did whatever. They divided the continent and squandered it and scrambled and did what they wanted to do with it. They got in a room in Berlin to do it. What is so hard about African leaders getting together to pass laws and form a federation that will protect Africans? I don't understand how they can sit back and watch Mali fighting and then Mali watching Burkina, but at least they are sensible and they've come together. Africans, African leaders, please wake up and fight for your children. Instead, we are dealing with a 92-year-old guy who wants to be president in Cameroon. This is so frustrating. I don't understand. Isn't this a time for Africans to wake up? When it comes to AU, there are few African leaders that want to get together. I think they should get together and forget the rest of them. The Botswana president, the Namibian, the Sahel, right? Even if it's 5, 6 countries, they should get together and forget the rest of them. Yes, they should get together and for even if there's distance between them, right? At least there's certain things that they'll be able to do amongst each other that would enrich their citizens. At this point, I think that's what needs to be done because I don't see how some African leaders who are so prone to bow to the Western ideologies and to bow to the West, I don't see how they are going to do anything that is good for the African people. Anyway, this is the attitude movement. I'm proud of Mali standing 10 toes down. I'm proud of Burkina Faso standing 10 toes down. I'm proud of these countries that even as much as small as they are, you have to understand, as small as they are, they've given the African some dignity. Thank you very much to the Sahel state. I salute you. This is the attitude movement where we bring everything that is done in the dark to light. Peace out. If you are new here, my name is Nina and I'm the designer for a clothing brand, Koshio. I'm known as making the best African luxury, especially men's shirt. I was known for that. But I recently started an attitude movement where I'm using streetwear as a medium to tell our stories because I know fashion can get into spaces that videos can't. We're telling our own stories and we're changing the narrative through fashion. So that's what I do. but I'm here and I just blabber mouth about what's going on in the continent and how we can bring change to make it better. So if you like this, subscribe, stick around, and this is the Attitude Movement.